Hey, yo, what's up, guys? It's Ratty Boy back in the building again. Hey, haters. Anyway, so today I'm going to be doing a review. I hardly do these, but I'm going to do a review for a new Mortal Kombat movie. Mortal Kombat 2021. Now, I've been waiting for this movie for a long... I just finished watching it. I've been waiting for this movie for years. Ever since the original came out when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I seen that in the movie theater with my parents. I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? Even with the cheesy dialogue and all that stuff, I was still blown away. You know what I mean? And then even Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like, I liked that as a kid. As an adult, not so much. You know what I'm saying? It still holds its place in my heart as a kid. But you know, looking back now, you know what I mean? But part one, back in the day, 1995 or whatever, whenever that first one came out, that movie, even as an adult watching it, still is freaking awesome. I just finished watching the 2021 version. I'm gonna give a little spoiler review later, but I'm gonna start off talking about how I felt about the movie. Overall, I liked the movie. The movie was good. I enjoyed it. You know, it still had its cheesy dialogue, still had its like, what the hell moments, why would you do that type of moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, it still had those moments. Fight scenes, when I seen the trailer, I made a trailer reaction to this movie. I got the same impression now that I got when I seen the trailer. That the fights would be awesome, and that the story may be weird with the whole Cole Young thing, introducing a new character. Looked like a made-for-TV-ish kind. Say what you will about the original movie. The original movie, yes, we've seen it in theaters, but even when I watch it on my TV, it's even with the cheesy effects back in the day, it still looks like a blockbuster kind of movie. It has a movie theater feel to the look of the, I don't know if it's a camera, I don't know what it is. Seen this in 4K on HBO Max, the new one. It had and even in the trailer, it had like a Netflixy kind of soap opera-ish kind of look. I don't know if it's the camera, I don't know what it is. But that kind of, you know, was weird. They wanted to come with their original take on the movie, on the, you know, original story with the tournament and all that stuff. And overall, like I said, I liked it. I would give it a 7, you know what I mean? 6, 7-ish, you know, maybe because I'm excited, I'm giving it a 7 right now, you know what I mean? But characters that they chose to use, I wasn't 100% on board with the Kano thing. You could have, I understand that they couldn't have Kano and Johnny Cage in the movie at the same time, right? Because they said that they would outshine each other with the whole comedic thing, which would be understandable when you watch this movie, because Kano's like the you know, the jokester in the movie, right? They could have easily just put Johnny Cage in the movie. They could have easily put Johnny Cage and take out the whole Kano thing, and it would have been the same type of, you know, feel. Yeah, the whole thing with the Kano thing, I'm going to spoil that later, wouldn't have happened, but, you know, and even saying all that, Kano was the best part of the movie. He's like the most lively, well-written character in the movie. I think it was a lot of improvised dialogue that he was doing. They sidetrack all the other characters to make room for Cole Young and make him the main character. A brand new character, Cole Young. They want to make him the new character. So they sidetrack, you know, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Sonya. They sidetrack all the characters we all well know just to make Cole Young the centerpiece of this movie, and he was still kind of not even interesting. So this may have very well been a prequel, and then Johnny Cage comes later, and then they have the tournament. Now that Sonya, Liu Kang, and everybody is ready, and, you know, all that other stuff I'll spoil later actually happened. So maybe this was a prequel, and I think, yes, it was a prequel. So that's why you wanted to just have Kano and then bring Johnny Cage later. But even so, it's still, there was no chemistry between the characters like there was with Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade in the 1995 version. They just needed more chemistry with the characters in this movie, and they needed a little more charm, basically. And anyway, the one thing I like about this movie is that, I'm gonna get into spoilers now, because I can't really talk too much about this movie, but overall, the feel of the movie, my impressions, I like the movie. It was good, but in my opinion, it was not as good as the original. Now, the original had Bridget Wilson trying to fight. The choreography with her, I don't know what they were thinking, but they can make people look like they can fight these days, right? The original movie, I love Bridget Wilson in that movie, but she can't fight for shit. And I don't know what, with the whole arm and the breathing heavy, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. I don't know. Liu Kang did his thing in the first one. You know, everybody did their thing fight-wise. Even Johnny Cage, even the guy that played Johnny Cage, I forgot his name. Sorry about that, but even him, like, When he fought Scorpion, that fight with Scorpion and Johnny Cage in the first one was crazy. The fight with Reptile and Liu Kang with the music was way better than the first one. And the feel of it. You had like, you know, a couple of other fights with Shang Tsung and Liu Kang, you know what I mean? And Kang and that guy on the beach, the black guy with the dreads. And the Sub-Zero fight with Liu Kang was horrible in the first one. But whatever. So overall, I think the first one, the 1995 or 1990s version of Mortal Kombat was better. But this one was still good. Well, I'll give the one in the 1990s, I'll give that like an 8. You know what I'm saying? Back at how I felt about it and the overall movie in itself. Now let's get into spoilers, right? You've been warned. They immediately show within the first 10 minutes of the movie who Cole Young is. So Cole Young is a descendant of Scorpion, right? The Shiai Ryu clan or whatever. Have him in there. I thought there was a baby, right? So Sub-Zero comes, kills Scorpion and his family, and then there's a baby hidden off somewhere, and then Raiden comes, saves the baby, takes the baby somewhere. I'm thinking the baby was taken into time and Cole Young was the baby, but no, the baby's actually Cole Young's like great-grandmother or something, and it passed down that the bloodline of the Scorpion's clan is the reason why, you know, Cole Young actually has his powers and all, and you know, the Scorpion blood. In this movie, everybody gets their powers releasing their kana or whatever it's called. Like, you know, it's kind of like chi or whatever, like from Mulan. When they find it within themselves, they get the power. So Kano ended up getting laser beam in his eyes. Liu Kang got fire. They don't explain how and why, but you know, and then even freaking Jax. So they were able to fix Jax's arm in the temple. Like these monks, I don't know how technologically advanced these monks are, but they were able to fix his arms halfway, right? And so he had like some scrawny metal arms, you know what I'm saying? But then eventually, when he found his kana, whatever it's called, his chi, whatever, he got the powers, and then his arms fully formed into that's his power. How Kano got his power was weird. He killed Reptile. Well, it wasn't actually Reptile, like the reptile. It was the race of those reptilian creatures. So he killed one of them, and he took out the heart, and he ended up getting his laser beam later when they started making fun of him at the dinner table. You know what I mean? Kung Lao and Liu Kang started making fun of him, and then all of a sudden Kano he started getting mad, and then he got his power of shooting laser beams out his eyes. That aspect was cool. Cole Young ended up his power was some shield around his body and some two tonfas or whatever you call those things. That was his power. It was like, all right, whatever. And then he ended up killing Goro. One of the problems I have with this movie is the cheesy dialogue. Now, the first one had cheesy dialogue back in the 90s. But this one, why write it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just an example. Like, so Cole Young's daughter made a bracelet for him, and then she was like, here, I'm gonna put it on you. You don't have to say that. You could just put it on him. You know what I mean? Like, just little stupid things like that. And then you got the whole thing. But for some reason, when they say the word fight in this movie, we have to fight. We must fight. And every time they say they gotta fight, it's always the same way they say it. And it's just like, why you just stop like, you can stop the director, be like, yo, don't say it like that. Just say it naturally. We have to fight in order to get, we must fight in order to get, you don't have to say, we must fight to get the clan. You don't gotta talk like that. You know what I mean? It just makes it too cheesy. All the actors were actually good fighters in this movie. The choreography was great. I don't like the fact that they, throughout the whole marketing of this movie, they kept trying to say, we're gonna have the best fights choreography ever in cinema. I'm like, stop talking like that. Because you got the Raid Redemption, you got Ong Bak 1, 2, and 3, you got freaking The Protector, all those Tony Jaa films, you have all those Jackie Chan films, Drunken Master, Rumble in the Bronx, you got all these movies, you know what I'm saying, Snake and Eagle Shadow, all these movies that ever came out. You're not gonna come out of nowhere and just have the best fight scenes ever in cinema history. We're not the best fight, whatever they said. I'm just like, dude, shut up, man. You know, you're not gonna, you know what I mean? I know they're trying to hype the movie up and market it, but no, you did not have the best fights. The best fights was in the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, the 2 times. At the beginning and at the end. When you had them fight before they were actually powerful, and then when they got their powers, those are the best 2 fights of the movie. Another thing about this movie that annoyed me was the whole, like, there was a big segment in the movie where they were all just training. And then while they're training, Shang Tsung and his minions come and try to sabotage because they've cheated. They exposed it. Yeah, we've been cheating the whole time in every tournament, right? So they just basically ambush all the fighters and cheat and mess up and kill all the fighters before the tournament begins. I don't even understand that. But anyway, so how did the tournament? Whatever. So Raiden has to make a shield and block Shang Tsung from coming in while they train. And as they're training, it was just like the most boring part of the movie while they're training. So they're training and Shang Tsung's looking in the force field like, I can't get in there. As soon as you stop training, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, Sonya ties up Kano, and she has no grudge with Kano in this movie. Because in the original one, Kano killed her partner, and that's why she hates Kano so much. In this movie, it's not really explained why she hates Kano so much. You know what I'm saying? She just ties him up, has him there, and then he has to force, like, he's forced into the story by, you know what I mean, by being there. You didn't have to have Kano in the movie. You know what I mean? And then there was this part of the movie where, in order for Kano to help them, Sonya has to bribe Kano that she will give him $2 million. And Kano's walking away. He's like, I'm not helping you do nothing. Right? After they fight Reptile or whatever, basically Sonya had Kano tied up, and she was with Cole Young, and then Reptile came and fought all of them, and then Kano ended up killing Reptile, and they was like, okay, well, help us. Only Kano knew where the temple was where Raiden goes. Only Kano knows, right? Because he smuggled drugs through there or something. But anyway, so Kano is walking away, and then Sonya's like, hey, I'll give you $2 million. Kano turns around like, $2 million? Now, here's my problem. She just says, I'll give you $2 million. You can tell anybody, hey, if you help us, I'll give you $10 million. Okay, that doesn't make any sense because she had no credit. First of all, she's living in a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? What credibility does she have that she would be able to give Kano $3 million because Kano said, okay, give me $3 million. She's like, yeah, done. He could have said, give me $10 million, and Sonya would have been like, okay. She doesn't have the damn money, and there's even a joke like, I'm not going to give him $3 million. How the hell does Kano know that Sonya is going to give him $3 million? It doesn't make sense. That was so stupid. If she pulled out her phone and she had like, hey, I got this secret place with all these gold bars or this money, and proved to Kano that she could have gave him the money, that would have made sense. But just saying that I'm going to give you $3 million, that makes no sense. Anyway, so they go to the temple, right? And then that whole thing happens when they're training that I just mentioned. And it's just so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because Kano just eventually... So the movie ends up making you like Kano. They start making you like Kano. He starts becoming a part of the group. Because he's not... Yeah, they mention that he's a black dragon, wanted in 25 countries type of guy, right? But he's never shown to be like an evil man at all. He's just very like, why am I here type of thing, right? So he ends up betraying them. So Raiden makes a force field, and then the force field is being maintained by two little staffs or something. And Kano, now Cabal comes up to the force field at one point, right? To Kano. That's how this whole thing happened. Cabal is basically maimed and his whole face is messed up, so he has to wear a mask, right? Kano and Cabal have a grudge. Kano mess up Cabal's face to where Cabal has to wear a mask. Cabal is working for Shang Tsung, the bad guys. He comes up to the force field that they can't enter while they're training. And right, the bad guys can't enter the force field. So he comes up to the force field, and him and Kano are standing at the force field. He was like, hey, Kano, come work for us. Yeah, you messed up my face, but come work for us. He just mentioned to Shang Tsung he hated Kano for messing up his face and forced him to wear a breathing mask to survive. Yet he's the one sent to go get Kano. Anyway, he said, hey, Kano, don't work for Sonya to give you $3 million. Work for Shang Tsung. He'll give you $10 million. He'll quadruple the money. Kano says, okay. So Kano just going wherever somebody said, I can walk up to Kano and be like, yo, Kano, stop working with none of these people. I'll give you $100 million. You know what I'm saying? Come work for me. Kano will just drop what he's doing and just come work for me. That's how it works. And then the next person that comes and says, hey, Kano, I'll give you $1 billion. Kano will just go work for them. That's how Kano works in this movie. He's freaking stupid. I don't know why they wrote it like that. Everybody in the movie that's supposed to be in the tournament or supposed to fight for Earthrealm and win the day or whatever, have this dragon symbol. In order to get the dragon symbol, you have to be born with it, or you have to kill somebody and obtain it. Sonya doesn't have it throughout the whole movie. So that's how Sonya gets her dragon thing. She kills Kano. She didn't even kill Kano with one of her moves or anything like that. She's getting choked out from Kano about to die. She picks up some thing on the floor and stabs him in the eye and kills him. And then she smiles like, oh, I finally got my dragon tattoo. It's like, all right, man. You could have just gave her the damn tattoo. You could have put Johnny Cage in the movie to be the comedic relief. Have a banter back and forth, Sonya and Johnny Cage, and take out the whole betrayal thing with Kano and have the same movie. You didn't have to have and then have the tournament. Just have the damn tournament, man. You could have made them, because at one point in the 90s version, Shang Tsung is ambushing them anyway. You could have still had the little ambush moment, but still have the damn tournament. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Like, I don't know. I like the movie, but these little things piss me off. And then the whole thing with Cole Young and Scorpion. Scorpion is in the movie at the beginning, and then he shows as flashes 2 times, 3 times in the movie. Doesn't even explain himself, and then just shows up when Cole's getting his ass beat from Sub-Zero, and then saves Cole Young from Sub-Zero. And then both Cole Young and Scorpion beat the shit out of Sub-Zero, essentially killing him and turning him into Noob Saibot most likely. Going back to Goro, the CG for Goro was cool as hell. I like the Goro character, but he just gets his ass beat. He's beating the shit out of Cole Young the whole time, and Cole should be dead this whole time because Goro's like strong as hell, and he's beating him down with 4 arms. And then Cole Young I don't like how Goro died, but apparently in the movie, Shang Tsung, after all the bad guys die, he's able to take them, and bring them back most likely. They didn't show that with freaking Melina. And another thing with Melina, CC Stringer, I think her name is, she did a good job with Melina. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know she's black and she's not, because Katana's Asian and she's the sister of Katana, but they didn't even show Katana. They showed this one part in the movie, they showed Katana's fan. They just had Katana's fan sitting there as an Easter egg, but they didn't even explain why her fan is there in the temple. It's just like, whatever. Maybe they're trying to resurrect her later or something. I don't know. But yeah, CC Stringer as Melina, she did a good job. She did her good. You know what I mean? The choreography and all that. They made her look like she could fight real good. I don't know if she's a real fighter or not, but she looked good in the movie. She didn't have all the fangs at first when she was fighting, but when she got real mad, like her skin ended up just like peeling off, and I knew that would happen. And then she had all her teeth, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. But they didn't show being, taken with Shang Tsung after everybody that was bad died, which is a little concerning. But I'm pretty sure she got saved too from Shang Tsung. And then Kano was saying a lot of semi-racist stuff in this movie. You know what I mean? That might ruffle some feathers. You know what I'm saying? So just watch out for that with the social justice woke type of people coming over. You know what I mean? They might go after this movie for those little moments from Kano at the dinner table. Just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for that. You know what I mean? But overall, I like the movie. I know I sound like I'm shitting on the movie, but I like the movie. But I like the original movie better. It just was way better. The music, the Reptile and Liu Kang fight alone in the first one kills this movie. The music and then Liu Kang getting his ass beaten, just jumps up, and that fight was crazy alone. And then the Scorpion and Johnny Cage, even though Johnny Cage wasn't even that good of a fighter, and the choreography wasn't even that good in the first one, and he cheated with the spear, you know what I'm saying? That fight, the Scorpion and Johnny Cage fight, and then the Liu Kang and Reptile fight alone kills this movie in my opinion. And then the overall story, just how everything was, the tournament feel, even the Goro and Johnny Cage, even though Goro fell to his death, you know what I mean? It was still whatever. For the 1995 version, Kari Haruyuki Tagawa, I think the name is, for Shang Tsung, him alone in that movie was worth the price of admission. That, you know what I mean? You have the fights with Liu Kang and all that, but Shang Tsung in the first one in 1995, especially in comparison to this Shang Tsung, was way, way better. You know what I'm saying? That first one alone for your soul is mine. Like, that dude alone, you know what I'm saying? That's why the first one was, even Christopher Lambert, yeah, they whitewashed, the cast a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because Raiden's supposed to be Japanese. But even Christopher Lambert with his little one-liners and his little laugh, and you know what I mean? Like, all that little stuff, it had a lot of charm in the 1995 version. That wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the main thing. There wasn't really much charm in the movie, in this new one. Lyndon Ashby, as I said, Johnny Cage, Like that guy, even his one-liners, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's so much stuff in the original one that wasn't apparent here. This one just had way better fights. Way better choreography, way better fights. That's what this one really had over the other one. I don't know. I like the first one better. This movie was still good, but I don't know. Those are my thoughts. You know, if you don't like my thoughts, you can kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm just giving you my opinion. You know what I mean? You can't tell me what to watch. I can't tell you what to watch. But I can tell you my damn opinion. And if you don't like it, you can just kiss my ass. And, you know, hey. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Hey, and if you want to see more reviews from me, just let me know. This movie was cool, and I might do some more if you like this video. I'm going to do more travel videos soon. Stay tuned. I'm still in Japan, so we're going to do some of those. Peace.